China has just added one more list in which it's successful in the year 2024. It's not just the electric vehicle sales surging, it's not just also the smartphones of Huawei, but also now China has opened officially for the first time outside of China the Comac office. This is the China's aircraft, the Commercial Aircraft Corporation of China. C919 is the latest edition of that aircraft. So now Comac has opened its office outside of China in Singapore. This is the first of having office outside of China. We have seen China being successful in its electric vehicles in this year, in its sales. This is, you might name it for a various reason, but it's dominating the world. Now the C919 is supposed to be, this is the latest edition, and something like the Boeing 737 Max. Also the 737 Max have by itself a different variety, but it's supposed to be like in terms of its length, capacity of the people, the passengers number, the wing wide, the capacity of fuel, and many things. So in many features, it's something that's going to be an alternative, or even a better alternative, as opposed to Boeing 737, except that the Boeing has its stay in the business for the past 25 years. The Comac is just now entering the business, and they have finished what they are required in terms of number of flights, and they need that certification, of course, from Europe and the United States as well, for them to enter to enter to that business in the area of the West. But China is so far using it. The Air China is using it. It's buying, and in fact, in August they have notified that now there are 1,000 orders of the C919. Like from the world totally, and that is like quite a success. I know from Africa, Burkina Faso has bought one, the Air Burkina has bought one recently, but from the world, I mean, Asia is definitely, it's in the radar of China and other countries. In fact, Chinese government is also encouraging that. Now, some analysts, the industry, in the aircraft industry, analysts are saying that they are encouraging, the Chinese government is somehow kind of funding part of it for countries to buy this aircraft. I mean, if it does the same thing like Boeing, why not having an alternative rather than a business or an item that is dominated and monopolized only by one company, which is the West? And even when they give you the loan, you know how it works, and the fund from this so-called international financial institutions, it becomes automatically to buy, if you have ordered, or if your airlines is in need of Boeing, then the money just transfers from those World Bank or IMF just to the Boeing accounts. That's what it happens. They don't even let you to choose on what you want to spend that money. So instead of that, if Chinese government funds it, if the same benefit can be the same service that countries can get or airlines can get out of Comac, why not order it? I mean, but we are, in the era of everything that's only approved by the West makes sense. I mean, some countries, understandably, with their relation and loan history and this and that, so they're not even free to make their own choice. So that is what is going on behind. But whether we like it or not, this Comac is pushing, and they are, in 2030, they think that, I mean, they will be successfully already in the international aircraft business, and countries, more and more passengers choosing to fly with C919. That's at least what is in their vision is. Now, for example, an article by Bloomberg said that it pointed out that, rightly so, the troubles that Boeing is facing with their 737 and production delays with the alternative A320 series, which is the Airbus, could open the floodgates for airlines to consider C919. If the C919 proves its operational capabilities, we could see, Bloomberg is saying this, we could see Comac's order book fill up. Why not? I mean, it's not just, this is not something created story. I mean, B737 MAX has its accidents history recently. It happened with was it for Indonesia? Yeah, Indonesia or one of those Asian countries, and also with the biggest airline, Ethiopian Airlines, the biggest airline in Africa and globally as well. That accident happened while, just 10 minutes after the takeoff, where the flight of Addis to Nairobi, and that is because of operational problems of the Boeing 737 MAX. And right after that, all 737 MAX of Boeing have been grounded globally, I think, for 8 or 9 months. It's after that again, they said they have corrected and something, and they started again to fly. Otherwise, they all have been leasing other Boeings, and it was all in trouble. And I don't know if all the troubles are actually fixed, but definitely Boeing and the government of US will not let Boeing's business to go down like that. I mean, if they have to, they will even force countries to use it back and give this, announcement that the problem is fixed. I can definitely see with the history of US going that far. So, well, we don't know clearly, because recently also I have read that the accident, for example, Ethiopian Airlines happened, was it in 2017, 2018, something like that. Maybe it's 2018. But it was, after 9 months or 10 months, it came back to business again, not only for Ethiopian Airlines, but for all the airlines globally, because they refused to fly with 737 MAX. And whether this is really fixed, we don't know. But they have started to operate. But very recently, I think like in less than a month, I have read that again, this 737 MAX of Boeing are experiencing problem in their operation, and it was kind of alarming. And I really don't know why countries are afraid to try out the C919 or other alternative. It doesn't have to be something produced by China, but others as well. I mean, on that level. But it's, as I said, it's always something when it is proved by the West is where you see countries flocking to use that or to order that. I mean, they're not free. Let's be real. They're not free in their choice of market, what to buy, what to order. It's that much really sickening. Anyway, but what we can say is to the list is that in 2024, Chinese electric vehicles have dominated. They account for 58% of world's electric vehicle sales today, and even more so. Their smartphone as well, Huawei, has just seen its surge by 42% increase when it is, compared with the US iPhone, which is slipping down in its sales. So, and now this, what can we say? This 2024 is the year of dragon for China. So the year of dragon, it seems working very perfectly for China as it opens its first outside office for Comac. And let's see, 2025 is just around the corner, and that's called the Year of Snake. Interesting name. What that brings to China. Thank you very much again for tuning in. Let us know in the comment section, what do you think of? Have you even heard of Comac, the Chinese, the Commercial Aircraft Corporation of China, known as Comac, and the C919, their latest edition? Have you heard of it even? And if you have heard of it, then what do you think of? No reservation, please share your view, and we can take your based on your comments, suggestions, and questions, we can take the discussion further. Give it a like if you like what we bring you here, and share the video with others. That way you will help our YouTube algorithm, and subscribe to the channel. Please, you can support us through our PayPal account. You can find it in the description section. That was it for me for now, and I will see you in the next one. Ciao.